Alright guys, TacticalRab back again today. I hope you're all doing well and enjoying your day so far. And with Call of Duty Vanguard just around the corner, there's been lots of discussion between these pro players on what their expectations are. Some players think it's going to be really good, some players not so convinced. Let's dive into the nitty gritty in today's video. Very much intrigued to get your thoughts in the comment section below. Like if you guys enjoyed the video, subscribe if you're new as always, I would greatly appreciate it. I really give to the channel, thank you very much indeed for doing that. First of all, wanted to mention this, I thought it was pretty remarkable. Call of Duty Black Ops 2 on Plutonium is a lot of great fun right now if you guys haven't checked it out as of yet. But well, there has been some talk about gentlemen's agreements coming into effect. I do wonder what Black Ops 2, like considered widely to be the best competitive Call of Duty of all time, would have been like if the current crop of pros were playing it back then. Because there has been a lot of discussion right here about the M8, the MSMC, the MP7, and the DSR being the only guns allowed to be used in tournaments and such. The AN94 needs to go, and the Scorpion's too strong, that's got to go. These other weapons as well got to get out of there. And back in the day, it was pretty much free reign, apart from the FAL that got banned and some other things that got banned as well. So GAs weren't really a thing back in the day, and even today, right, if the pros went back to play Black Ops 2 for another year, I wonder what things they would decide to get rid of, because, well, the scene nowadays is certainly different to how it was, well, way back then when pretty much anything goes, and you've got Dashy bringing out a Riot Shield at Champs. That's a reference that only a select few of you guys will get. This is the Modern Warfare 2 Ghost. I've been told there's a perk in Vanguard called Radar. This is one of the more confusing things I've ever seen. We talked, I think, yesterday, maybe, or the day before, about, well, the possibility of the minimap being like it was in Modern Warfare, with no red dots showing up when they're firing unsilenced weapons. It just shows up on the compass like it was in Modern Warfare 2019. Now, well, apparently, they've actually made this a perk. I don't understand why this might be the case. This is a perk too with the other ones. Apparently, there's not really anything particularly good in perk 2, apart from this radar perk, so probably most people will run it anyway. And to be fair, in competitive, you can just turn on the setting where players are going to appear on the minimap, so probably not the end of the world. But still, I don't really understand why they would rescind like a feature like this that's been in COD for years, apart from Modern Warfare 2019, and they bring it back as it was in that game, and then they still decide to put a perk in, which can make you like normal. Like I saw some people joking about yeah, eventually they're gonna add like a reload perk that allows you to reload your weapon, because otherwise you're not going to be able to do so. I'm kind of confused why they would do this, but still something to keep your eyes on, because there's a lot of talk about them kind of copy and pasting Modern Warfare, as Clace is going to discuss here in a second. This I thought was interesting as well, because yesterday morning we talked about Formal and how he felt that kind of the last couple of years kind of got to him, and he decided to retire as a result. I wonder if he's kind of hoping maybe that their jetpacks make a return, because he doesn't seem particularly keen on this game in Vanguard. Like he had his best years most certainly in the jetpack titles, but it seems like right now from Tom Henderson, no plans for jetpacks or exos in the foreseeable future for Call of Duty. The next 2 games after Vanguard, so I guess that's going to be a Modern Warfare 2022 from Infinity Ward, and then whatever the trade game is after that are currently just boots on the ground. So yes, no signs of jetpacks coming back anytime soon, which is I'm sure a lot of pros are not necessarily too happy to see that one. This I thought was kind of interesting from Scump real quick. Hey all, I'm flying to LA for a few days on work, so unfortunately I won't be live until Wednesday, Thursday. Can't wait to be back and get on the grind when I get home. So what could this potentially mean for Scump? Of course, flying to Los Angeles. Of course, this could mean absolutely anything, but still, people speculate. I mean, Los Angeles probably isn't the correct speculation, but it could be something to do with some announcement video or something. That's probably something that some of these organizations are trying to prepare for the announcements that may well be coming in the coming days. This though from Envoy, of course, the former SMG duo of Scump last season. Got the chance to play Vanguard early, and man, I'm excited. Loved what I saw so far, and it quite possibly could be my year. You won't want to miss this, so of course, a beta gameplay going to be coming out a little bit later today. That is pretty exciting stuff, because at the end of the day, we do see players a lot of the times, they go to these venues, and they get to play the game a little bit early, and they talk about how good it is, and then in reality, it comes out and no one's really too excited about it, but, you know, just kind of pretended it behind the scenes. Now, it doesn't seem like that's the case this year. We got the talk from, I'm really sure it was like Tom Henderson yesterday that was saying like, yeah, a lot of these pros are actually really excited about the potential of the new game, much more than they have been in previous titles, which is certainly an exciting thing to see. Clayster is not necessarily one of them, because as he says right here, every little thing that comes out about Vanguard has me wondering if they even took a shred of feedback after Modern Warfare. Of course, at the end of the day, Clayster was the world champion on that game, so he's probably not too, not too bad if the game is relatively similar to Modern Warfare, as indeed it might well be. But it seems like the pros are having a much better time on this game in Vanguard than they have done in previous titles. And also, I think Sledgehammer are generally really receptive and open to feedback on this type of stuff, and I've done a great job at supporting competitive in the past. So I definitely have really high hopes for this year, and seems like the pros do as well. Clayster's kind of, well, discussing this as well, so as Mono comes back in, there's doors right here. I was the #1 door buster with ATS, so I'm digging some, big wood doors in my lobby if they do make the return. We do believe that doors are going to be returning in this title as well. well, even though not quite as egregiously maybe as they were in Modern Warfare. So there are certainly some things, and the things we talked about earlier in this video as well, why the game seems somewhat similar to Call of Duty Modern Warfare, which isn't necessarily, you know, not necessarily the favourite of some of these pro players and the fans in the community as well, at least from the competitive side. From a public match side, it kind of makes sense why they're going to go for the copy and paste job, because that game was incredibly well loved by a more casual scene. This is another one as well for Modern Warzone. There is no field of view slider on console on the Vanguard beta, so you know, it'd be kind of nice to see, especially on the more up-to-date consoles, right? Like PS5, Xbox Series X, not sure why you can't really have a field of view slider, but I guess all the pros nowadays are on a PC anyway, so probably doesn't matter too much, but it's certainly something which I'm surprised they haven't integrated yet, because it's been talked about for Warzone for ages now. But this is some of the reaction from the pros and the content creators within the scene. This is Exclusive Ace. He's always like a very straight up guy on stuff like this, and he's very much in tune with what the competitive scene wants generally, even though he's a more casual audience YouTuber. But as he says, like, I'm really excited, feeling very good this year, which is great to see, because usually, if usually Exclusive Ace is saying something like this, it's probably a good sign for the potential of the game. Now, there was a post about this on Reddit, and Simp the Sick Joke comes in the replies and says the following: the game felt a lot better than the Modern Warfare playtest I was a part of. Until proven otherwise, have some good faith, boy. So Simp seems pretty much on board that this is going to be a good year, and that's obviously great to hear. Look, if it's better than Modern Warfare, that is at least something. But look, if Exclusive Ace is pretty excited about it, and Envoy seems pretty excited about it, and Simp as well, then we could be in for a good title. That, of course, is what we want at the end of the day. And well, certainly if this is the case, right, as Shotzzy Gaming says right here, this man Simp almost dropped 100 kills on YouTubers and pros. I'm so glad I was on your team. It is going to be a wild year. So this is the thing from Simp. I think there was some like tweets he was doing a few days ago, maybe when he was playtesting it against some of the other YouTubers and pros and stuff. That this is the thing. The skill gap between the pro players and like the YouTubers, the content creators, is so immense. It's tough to even put it into words. Like this is the thing, right? Like Simp obviously being the best player in Call of Duty as well. That certainly helps. But these guys must have been mind blown on the other team. You know, watching Simp run around on this brand new title, dropping 100 kills on them. I'm sure some of the other pros were doing similar things. This guy's absolutely out of control already. And this is the thing, right? Like FaZe, obviously, like, they're pro players at the end of the day. They're going to do stuff like this. But yeah, FaZe are already looking pretty scary. And well, Vanguard is my year. Like if this is Simp's year, like if this is the year that Simp goes God mode, like you know, what have we been witnessing the last several years, right? Like I think he's even said it in videos before. Like he's had great performances and put up crazy numbers at events and saying, yeah, well, I could have played better. I could be better at this, could be better at that. That shows like incredible well, self-reflection really, and also shows that Simp has maybe not even reached final form. I think even Octane hinted at this on the Eavesdrop podcast not too long ago. There was like, yeah, Simp's probably the best player I've played against, at least in recent times, and he might not even be at final form. So it's like, what do we even do with this guy if he gets better into Vanguard? That is, it's a scary question already. But of course, like, he dropped 100 kills on YouTube and pros. Pretty interesting to see regardless. And well, I thought this is also interesting from the Shotzzy perspective. There's some such entertaining clips that come out from his stream. It's honestly remarkable. I mean, yeah, this is well from Shotzzy in the replies right here. Well, Dallas Empire in the replies. That's what I thought was kind of interesting, just because, I mean, Dallas in the replies to his tweets kind of indicates that, yeah, he might still be part of that organization. And well, of course, that would make a fair bit of sense, right? If this OpTic Dallas thing is indeed going to come through, or what they're even going to be called, right? We don't really know what the situation is going to be, whether it is going to be a straight up OpTic Dallas, or whether something else happens with that spot, because every day that nothing comes out, it's a day that something could well have changed on the situation, whether that's a team situation, whether that's an organizational decision situation. It is somewhat tough to say. But what it probably does mean is that the OpTic brand is going to be associated with Shotzzy, and there's going to be more eyes on incredible pieces of gameplay like this. Of course, they've been playing a fair bit of Warzone. I mean, look at this. He just 360 no-scopes this guy out the window for the win. That was absolutely ridiculous. And I guess I'll put that up on the big screen for you guys to finish out the video. And well, this, of course, from Scump as well. There's been some talk about Scump, like, cheating or whatever, playing Warzone, which is some of the more mind-blowing discussion I've really seen, right? Obviously, it makes sense, right? Like, the people who watch this guy, or people who watch Warzone streams in general, some of them have this mindset that everyone who's pretty good must be cheating. But this is kind of funny, right? From well, Scump just absolutely beaming people across map with a Krig, and Kevin puts up, I guess, the old school Black Ops 2, who's the best in the game clip overlaid. And Scump tries to prove that actually nothing dodgy is going on right here. But yeah, kind of funny that like he would play professional Call of Duty for so many years, but now it seems that when he starts playing Warzone, everyone's accusing him of hacking. And this is also really hype as well from OK Sigma. I'll leave this link down below if you guys want to check it out in full. But yeah, it's kind of like a hype video for CDL 2022. Of course, look, we've got very few confirmations so far, but yeah, still, like, what a great set of personalities we have at our scene and entertaining storylines going forward. I think that this year, in terms of storylines, is probably going to be one of the best years we've ever had, because we've got revenge stories all across the park. We've got teams trying to get revenge on their former teammates. We've got old duos coming back together again, which we haven't seen in quite some time. And it's just a great time to be a Call of Duty fan, to be honest, especially me if Call of Duty Vanguard is actually pretty good. But very much intrigued to your thoughts on all this stuff in the comment section below. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did enjoy it, I'd greatly appreciate a like on the video. Really helps out the YouTube algorithm. I know you enjoy this content. Other people like you may enjoy this content as well. And I've grown the competitive Call of Duty community. Thank you for watching as always. Take care. And I will see you next time.
22 meters, last two on us. Okay, heard. Yep. Got one.
Who's the last guy?
In there, yep, in there.
Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god! Dude, that was gross! Look at my rebroadcast, or look at my stream. Oh my god! That was dirty! Bro, that...
There's another guy. I think he's coming up the stairs, dude.
I mean, does he have ghosts? I didn't hear a thing.
He doesn't. Yeah, no, he's coming up these stairs, is he not?
I mean, I didn't see him.
He's coming up these stairs. Full sending up these stairs.
There you go.